Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled Three Potentially Deadly Online Marketing Myths All Successful Entrepreneurs Would Never Buy Into, and Neither Should You. Ladies and gentlemen, the real purpose of this video is to make you fully aware of three major potentially deadly online marketing myths that all successful entrepreneurs, so that means you, would never ever buy into. Because if you do, it's probably not going to work out well for you. So let's have a look at three potentially deadly online marketing myths that you definitely want to avoid and not buy into. Here is potentially deadly online marketing myth number one. Okay, once you pay for your domain name, whatever it is, no matter what the extension is, .net, .org, .whatever, .com, guess what? You own it for life. Wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know anybody who's paying on a mortgage or who has paid their house off? Now, it's true enough, once you pay your house off or your property, be it land or an apartment building, hotel, motel, whatever, you do get a deed. But guess what? If you or somebody doesn't continue to pay those property taxes, the county assessor eventually will foreclose on that property. So the point is, you never stop paying one way or the other. And the same goes true with your domain name. Yeah, it may have your name on it. You may own it for a while, but what you're really doing is a glorified lease. Because the moment you stop making those payments, guess what? The company that sold it to you, they simply put it back up on the market. Here's potentially deadly online marketing myth number two. Just because you automate your business, you're going to be successful. You hear you got to use leverage. Online people tell you you need a merchant account. And it's true, and you need paid autoresponders. It's true, and you got different ones. GetResponse, Constant Contact, MailChimp. I use Aweber. I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just take Aweber for an example. Okay, you have an autoresponder. So what? It's of no use to you whatsoever unless somebody writes some persuasive emails that get delivered to your person who's on your list, your subscriber. It gets delivered to their inbox, and then B, they have to open it, and then C, they got to click on some links, and then D, they got to buy something. So yeah, you need to automate. But the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, automation in of itself is not going to make you successful. And that's why it's a myth. Here is the last one, and this is huge, entrepreneur. Potentially deadly online marketing myth number three. Just because you've got a self-hosted WordPress blog, targeted traffic is automatically going to A, find your site, and B, magically convert into paying customers or clients. Well, first of all, it's great if you have a WordPress blog or Joomla, whatever you use. That's fantastic. That's a great step in the right direction. And you hear this all the time. Oh, the search engines love WordPress. Really? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why this is a myth. I want you to think of Google, the main search engine, as a pizza delivery service that's online. And you and I are pizza makers. We actually make the pizzas. So somebody types in some keywords, meaning they want a specific type of pizza. So they type it into Google, and then Google sends us a text and says, hey, I got somebody that wants this particular kind of pizza. And you and I respond back, okay, I got one, but it's 6 weeks old, meaning your last blog post was 6 weeks ago. How appetizing is that? Not very good. So you're making Google look bad because Google has to supply, and all the search engines, I'm just using Google because, Google's, let's face it, the most powerful one out there right now. Google has to supply fresh content or their audience goes away. It goes somewhere else. It goes to the competition. And if they don't have as many eyeballs, they don't get as many eyeballs to click on those AdSense ads they have. So the point is, ladies and gentlemen, just having a WordPress blog, there's nothing magical about it. You've got to have fresh, relevant content. And even when you do, guess what? So do your competitors. So the point is, just because you have that doesn't automatically mean these people are going to convert into paying customers and clients. That's why it's a myth. This is an ongoing process, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know that. So you get a WordPress blog, great. Now you've got to get some content. In other words, there's got to be a reason for people to come to your site. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're paying for traffic and you don't have any content, that is a complete waste of your time and your money. You got to get some content up there, whether you're paying for it or doing it yourself or both. Now, there are a lot of other myths, but I thought these three made a lot of sense, and that's why I wanted to share them with you. Because all successful entrepreneurs, especially online, know these are myths. Absolutely. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who want to discover how you can add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line, do so in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients. An entrepreneur, you need to grab your free 9-page special report. Head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales because that's where you can get it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who enjoyed this particular video and you'd like to go to the next level, then you're highly encouraged to grab your free 22-part Small Business Marketing Mastery Series. This is an additional 22 part email series that you will get as an additional free gift from me just for opting in to get that free 9-page special report. It's a $97 value, and of course, you can unsubscribe anytime you wish. But it is chock full with some low cost, high powered, high impact, and some paid strategies. But if you're serious about learning how to market your business, product, or services more effectively, then you not only need that free 9-page special report, but you need that 22-part Small Business Marketing Mastery Series that goes along with it. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.